congratulate Illinois. I mean, we did not play well. Keys to the game, rebounds, keep them out of the lane. We got in tremendous foul trouble, and they played really good basketball. I thought we kind of grinded back into it, got it to 12 when Paul makes that layup, but just really couldn't get over the hill, and they really cracked us on the glass. And they look like the number one team today. So congratulations to Illinois. I want to thank the Big Ten for the tournament here. Indy's been great. Just to be able to play and get this thing off and everybody healthy, was a real task by everybody. So we didn't play well. Illinois deserved to win. I want to, Ron scored his 1,000th point tonight. So congratulations to Ron Harper. That's it. Any questions?
We'll start off with questions from Jerry and then Keith Sargent.
Steve, you have an NCAA tournament to play. How do you turn the page to these guys and get them refocused now for what is going to be, the biggest moment of their careers?
Yeah, you have to do that. We'll quickly turn the page tomorrow. We got to get back to, playing the kind of basketball that I know that we can play. We got to defend without fouling. I thought the first half we just never could get really into a flow at all. Just letting guys drive by us and fouling. In the rebounding area too was just, they lead our league in rebounding. They're plus 10, and we knew that was a huge key coming in. I thought we looked maybe a little tired today, but that's no excuse. We still got to do those things, and we'll have to turn the page quickly. Got another huge challenge ahead of us.
Steve, will you stay in Indy? Will you practice in Indy? What's the plan going forward over the next couple of days?
Yeah, we're going to stay here. Yeah, and we'll practice here.
We'll go over to Steve Pikiell.
Hey, Steve, you mentioned wanting this team to get back to playing the basketball that it can play. Why do you think there have been so many ups and downs? One night you look like you can beat anybody. Other nights it's just been a different story.
Yeah, I mean, it's it all goes back to when we rebound the basketball too. And I knew today would be a huge task because they're so big and they do a great job of rebounding the ball. I think we're 12-1 when we out rebound our opponents. I thought actually offensively when we got shots up today, we shot 46% for the game. But we started the game off poorly, a lot of turnovers, but we kind of clawed back into it 17-13. And then we could just never really break through. They made some timely rebounds and some putbacks. They made some threes. We get a little frustrated too. And, at times we show that kind of frustration, and that's something that, doesn't help us kind of plow through those kind of tough games.
Go to Brian Fonseca and then Aaron Breitner.
Steve, I want to ask you about a couple plays, the Paul Mulcahy technical and the Caleb McConnell flagrant. I guess, what did you see on those, and what was the official's explanation to you on them?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see anything on those. I guess he said something after he made the layup. I don't know what he said. And Caleb's, I have no idea. I'm gonna have to watch the tape. I have no idea.
Coach, obviously there's a lot of emotions that will come with what's next in your next game, but does having a game like this going into it, playing an opponent at this caliber, help you in terms of kind of cut through those emotions and refocus them at the task at hand? Well,
I mean, I think you saw, a number one seed today, so you obviously have to play really good basketball in order to beat one of, those kind of teams. Our whole league prepares you, for really good teams. I mean, Michigan's good. Obviously, Ohio State, Wisconsin, all those teams, Iowa. So we've played them. We know we got to play better in those kind of games. The one thing you get in this league is you get well tested, all the different styles, all the good, really good coaches, really good players. But, it all goes back to, when we defend and rebound, gives ourselves a great chance to win. And, today we just couldn't get in that groove. I thought we did a great job yesterday. We held, Indiana to 50 points, and obviously today 90 points. We gave up a lot of points in the first time we played Illinois too. So those are way too much. But again, credit to them. But you're hardened when you play in a league like this.
We'll go to Chris Eisman and then Jerry Carino.
Steve, you mentioned Ron getting the 1,000th point, and what did you think about the way he played? Obviously, driving to the rim a lot, drawing fouls. I mean, what did you think about the night that he had as kind of a bright spot for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, Ron did a really good job, taking what he could get and not settling. We really needed him to get to the free throw line, and he did. He got us some timely points, and to get 1,000 points in a career at any level is a tremendous honor. And so we needed, we need Ron, and Ron's been a really good player for us, and we need him to continue to be that.
Steve, what's the plan for Selection Sunday and watching the show? And what's that moment going to be like for everybody, you think?
After this game, we're going to sit down and kind of go over the details of that. I'm not even quite sure, where we're watching it right now, but we'll kind of figure that out, and we'll let you know.
And what's that moment like? I mean, you've been through this with Stony Brook. What's that moment like for a program when they haven't done it?
Yeah, I mean, it's just, it's such a long journey, and we've been on this for 2 years. So, the excitement is around, I feel good, for the guys and for all the people, around the program that do so much to make our program good. Randy Larson and all the people, Dave Van Dyke, and Rich, all your families can enjoy it, and the alums and all the great Rutgers people. So it's a real community experience, and we're looking forward to it, but we're going to have another challenge too.
And Steve, one more thing. What do you think of the job Jay Young has done? Have you texted him this week or called him? He's playing right now in the semifinal of the MAC tournament.
Yeah. Do you know the score?
I'll find out while you're talking.
Yeah. Jay and I talk, he's done a great job as I would expect, putting them in a position that maybe they can get to the tournament, and in this, second year is really, tip of the hat. Jay's the best and does a great job and does it the right way. So I'm not surprised at all, and really happy for him.
We'll go to Keith Sargent and then Steve Pikiell.
Steve, you probably saw what happened with Duke and Virginia in the ACC tournament, Kansas as well. I know you're always concerned about COVID. It's been hovering over the entire season. Yeah, there you go. Is there, a concern? I know the Big Ten has some rules in place starting on Monday as far as quarantining these guys, but what's your message to the guys? And is there a concern right now about, trying to get through to Friday?
I mean, there's always a concern. Every day I'm nervous, and you see what's going on across the country, and we remind our guys we're really diligent about, how we attack it and talk about it and try to educate them and that kind of thing. So we got to remain, vigilant, all the way through, and try to keep all these guys as healthy as possible.
It's 24-22 St. Peter's at halftime.
Okay. Thanks for the update.
Hey, Steve, I know you're not a bracketologist here, but do you have a sense for what you're expecting to see on Selection Sunday, seating-wise, and what you're hoping to see?
I really don't. I haven't spent a lot of time, with that. I'm just going to be excited that we have an opportunity to continue playing. I like this team a lot, and, want to put our uniforms up. So, and I do think we can do some exciting things.
We'll go over to Chris Eisman.
No, I'm good, Jordan. Thanks. Sorry.
I will give one to Dylan McCoy.
Coach, obviously not the result you want, but one thing I definitely noticed during the game was Jacob Young. He's always smiling. He's always, really loving the game. Can you talk about what a guy like that does for your roster, even when you're down? A guy that's really always in the game, even no matter what the score is.
Yeah, I mean, Jacob's high energy. He really is, and playing yesterday and then bouncing back today, he looks like he could play another game, tonight. I mean, so he brings that kind of energy. He's real competitive. I love when he's playing, and his personality, when he's not, worrying about the referees, or he's just kind of playing is when he's at his best. He's in the gym a lot. He really is. He's a dedicated basketball player. And he's a guy that takes on challenges, and even today, he always wants to guard the best player, and, just appreciate him, for what he brings and what he brings every day, when we compete.
Do we have anything else from Jerry or Steve Pikiell?
Okay, guys, I appreciate you being on. I think we have a couple players for you coming up. Thank you.